I don't mind drawing Courser. Because I just want to find creatures for survival of the fittest. So we'll play this. Draw the Courser. Okay, now we find the Maelstrom Pulse again. That's pretty nice. So let's play land and pass. Kind of hilarious that we have all these lands, but we can't escape either of these. That might mean that our fixing is just not good enough to make this deck work. But we do have, like, if we draw a black source or a blue source, then we can escape one of these. And we have enough cards in the graveyard that we can just keep bringing it back after that. What we want is to find a blue source off the top. Okay, they can tap these zombies to draw a card, that's fine. Then do we want to pulse all their zombies or their Liliana? Probably better just to hit all their zombies. The Liliana ultimate is a little scary though. We've gone through 20 cards and we've only found one blue source. It's kind of brutal. Okay, probably just passing here. Okay, so let's draw this. Find a blue source.
Nice.
Not a blue source, but not terrible. So we'll go Courser.
Vigilance.
Wait a second. We have enough mana to animate Raging Ravine here. Okay, so let's play this untapped. Utopia Sprawl. There's our second blue or black. Oh no! Oh, that was a major blunder. I meant to animate Raging Ravine there. That's quite bad. So now we pulse these guys. And now do we just want to cycle this Courser to find some more action? Ah, that's so bad. I don't know why I thought that I could press OK there. We could find Fiend Artisan. Honestly, I think that's worth it. Let's discard Courser of Crewfix. Find Fiend Artisan. We'll play the Fiend Artisan and pass. And this creature is huge. Black source on top, so Crocus is coming down next turn. So we want to leave our creatures and our lands in the graveyard. So we'll go away Crucible, Maelstrom Pulse, and then I guess we'll just hit some of the lands, probably. I think I'd rather have a big Fiend Artisan than more lands for Wrenn and 6, because Wrenn and 6 is realistically just going to buy back. Like, maybe I'll leave Misty Rainforest to find Island and then strip mine, but the rest of the lands don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, not a bad one. Let's start by putting this into play so they have to and make them use their thing. Our mana is awkward. We still don't have the mana to do Raging Ravine, but I think that's okay. So Wooded Foothills, Crucible of Worlds, Maelstrom Pulse, Blooming Marsh, and then I'll take one creature. Now let's just take the Misty Rainforest too. This is fine.
Should have kept the flash heals.
Alright, they discard the Archon, and now if they want to keep their Liliana around, they have to chump block the Fiend Artisan.
No,
hit them for 3. And this is probably their last turn. I don't know if we can literally kill them next turn, but we can put it, in a position where they can no longer win.
Well, you gotta so
they go for the chump. They could minus this to bring back Shriekmaw, but Shriekmaw doesn't kill either of our good creatures.
we will need to
If they top deck Animate Dead this turn, it's still not even that bad. We can find Night of Autumn to kill it. They will, I guess, I guess if they bring back Grizzlebrand, they could find a bunch of action and potentially kill us. But they also only had one turn to top deck there. They were drawing, they had no cards in their hand before. So I think we're probably like 75% to win from this position.
I know.
I didn't fully appreciate the value of survival of the fittest plus augur or courser. You can just like keep on shuffling, always hit lands off the top, always find the right creature.
Wow.
Okay, they go for the minus. That's a sign of weakness. I mean, it probably is the right play in this position, but what do they buy back? They have 5 mana, so they could Shriek Maw or Augur. Looks like they're just going for that.
Sick.
We still only have 1 blue source, so hopefully we can find a nice island off the top. Oh wait, no, we're not going to have cards off the top anymore, but that's fine.
That chance. That's it.
Alright, so let's take our draw step. Let's animate and go for the attack. And I think at this point I'm just going to send everything at their face. Just try and close out the game. This also makes Croxa, or a potential Grizzlebrand a lot less scary. I guess Leovold already does that though. Alright, Ashen Rider in the yard, that's fine. So we're coming in for, what, 17? So they have to chump block, and even if they chump block, they're going to be down to 3. I will say, though, we've gotten a little bit lucky to dodge any reanimation spells. I don't think they're all in on Reanimator, but they've seen a lot of their deck and still hit nothing. So we'll drop our Daddy Leo into play and pass turn. And now even an Archon of Cruelty is pretty beatable. Nice. Okay, so on the draw for game 3, tough matchup. We don't have any graveyard hate. Do we want to play 1 Zealous Conscripts? It's pretty good against Archon, pretty good against Grizzlebrand, pretty good against Liliana. I think that's worth it. What do we not want? These elves are bad against Liliana, but Liliana's just a one of, and I think we still need them. Let's cut Pest Infestation. We haven't seen, like, it's good against Animate Dead, but we already have 2 ways to deal with that are creatures. Although maybe Loran is worse, but I like it being a creature for survival and Fiend Artisan. So we'll just run like this. Alright, good hand. We will keep no black or red mana, but no black or red cards. Also, we still haven't gotten a nice Ren and 6 game. Hopefully we can get that soon.
Yeah.
They also just have Crypt Breaker every game. Birds go.
I wanted the...
So Courser is not the best play on turn 2 in this matchup. That's devastating against like mono red, but not good here, but still better than not having a turn 2 play. They're probably just gonna pass and discard Archon to make it 2/2. Man, if only we had that endurance for this matchup. Looks like this could be Collective Brutality, discarding 2. Interesting. So we lose our thing, they get to look at our hand, but we don't have any instants or sorceries. That doesn't mean we don't have double green, actually, but I'm just happy that they're discarding Entomb. They're so far away from reanimating something now, so we're just not under that much pressure.
I think these guys a bit more.
We'll take 1, that's fine. Windswept Heath, not bad. I think I will play that so we can get red mana.
I feel like I have to keep this try.
We don't have a nice Triome to find that, unfortunately, but we can just get a tap Stomping Ground. That gives us our double green. Doughty Voidwalker. Okay, that's a little bit scary. We don't have good removal for that. Take one. We get to get Courser down. Bazaar of Baghdad. Okay. So they're going down to one card in hand on turn 3.
It's Lulster. Reggie.
So we would love to see no big boys in the graveyard. Just discard like 3 swamps. Okay, they do hit the Ashen Rider, so if their last card is a reanimation spell, this could get a little hairy. We're definitely behind here. Being on the draw and them killing our birds slows us down quite a bit. Okay, nice, that's good. I think I'm gonna name black with this. No, we actually can't play that this turn unless we're naming green.
We don't like.
Or we could just give up on the Courser. I think I'm just gonna accept not having black mana for now, though. I want to be able to ramp into this Hydroid Crisis. Yeah, kind of close play. If we top deck Maelstrom Pulse, it'll be bad, but I'm gonna play this on this naming green.
There.
The Courser, Crucifix, and pass. Okay, Ren 6 on top is pretty good. It's not amazing, but we're probably just gonna use that to kill their Crypt Breaker. So next turn we can play Garrick, untap 2 lands, Ren 6 kill Crypt Breaker, and then the turn after we can play a huge Hydroid Crisis.
Okay, kill the.
And that should be enough unless they can put Ashen Rider into play pretty soon. If they miss for 2 turns, like if we get to play the Crisis before they bring Ashen Rider out, then I think it'll be bad. But if we get to cast the Crisis first and draw a bunch of extra cards, we should be able to insulate ourselves against the Ashen Rider. Okay, they just discard random stuff.
All the
hit
damage.
for 3 and pass. Okay, so we will... Yeah, just play this off the top. Oro, bad against the Voidwalker, unfortunately. We'll play our Garrick. Untap 2 lands. Ren 6. Kill your Crypt Breaker, and then we'll see if they make a dude in response. We'll leave the Courser back to block, and if they don't, we'll attack for 2. But if they do make a dude in response, then they have no cards. So, okay, they don't do that. Alright, this is fine. So this is a key turn. If they are able to put Ashen Rider into play and take out our Savannah, our development is severely stunted. But, oh, they snuff out our Courser. Okay, that's fine. So they only have 2 mana, 1 card. They're top decking. They can cast a Courser if they want, but they're probably just going to kill our Ren 6. But then you get to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana and play a 7/7 Crisis. You can also play 6/6 Crisis and play Field of the Dead, but I think I just want to have a huge dude.
Clearly need a little bit.
Alright, so we play 7/7, draw 3, gain 3. Okay, I like finding the Zealous Conscripts. Let's pass. And we could potentially threaten lethal. We can threaten lethal right now. It's not going to work because they can hit our Garrick down to 2. But the Garrick Ultimate would win the game with Zealous Conscripts. Crook's and Uro in the hand is kind of hilarious, especially against Stealthy Voidwalker. Okay, so they can kill our thing, but then we can just steal their Voidwalker and sack it. The problem is we can't cast our own things that are exiled, so we cannot actually get any value out of that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is play our Zealous Conscript, steal the Voidwalker, then play Croxa.
Steve's instead.
Which we can do because we have Garrick to untap our land. Zealous Conscript, steal Croxa, and then once we take their or steal Voidwalker, then we'll play Croxa and then cast whatever they discard. I guess they could use Bazaar of Baghdad in response, but that just gives us more cards for this. So we'll untap 2 lands again. Play Croxa, which is no longer getting exiled, luckily. Alright, knock that last card out of their hand.
Okay.
It's just a swamp, but I still am going to take that because I don't want them to get this Voidwalker back. Oh, we could cast the Voidwalker. That's kind of hilarious, actually. Voidwalker for Voidwalker. Yeah, I think that's the play. Now they don't get it back at the end of the turn.
Okay, well.
I've never seen that happen before, but I'll take it.
Still.
This also shuts down future Bazaar shenanigans, and we can easily beat an Ashen Rider from this position. So we'll play Burrow. Alright. And we'll hit them for 3. And they're dead pretty soon. This puts them to 10. We probably can't kill them next turn, but it is possible. And then Garrick is threatening to ultimate pretty soon. We have 5 different lands, so if we flood out, Field of the Dead will help us. We can Survival of the Fittest to turn this Elvish Reclaimer into something better. Definitely seems like a pretty good position. We could also Survival of the Fittest to just fill the graveyard and escape one of our Titans. So what is this? Titan of Nature's Wrath and Titan of Death's Hunger. I don't know why, but it's just like Croxa. It's the K and the X, I guess. It feels like a black-red card, and Uro does feel like a blue-green card. Maybe like a lot of vowels feels more green for some reason. Let me know in the comments if that makes any sense. But if I were to just guess, maybe I would guess like green-white for Uro. But it is kind of weird. It feels kind of blue. Some are pretty easy, like Collective Brutality. I guess I can imagine that being black-white. Ashen Rider definitely sounds black-white. Snuff Out, Shriekmaw all sounds very black-white. Birds of Paradise sounds very green. Could be blue-green or green-white, but definitely green.
70.
Wild Speaker, definitely green. I might guess the Field of the Dead was black, based on the name. Alright, there we go. I'm pretty happy to take down Reanimator. That seems like one of our worst matchups. See you in round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2 against Fresh 83D. We're on the play. And, high upside hand. If we draw a fetch land, it's great, but I think we gotta ship the one under. Okay, I'm gonna keep this in the draw. I don't love it, but I think it's good enough.
This should be good there. So what we gonna do is
turn to Honor or Courser, hopefully, if they don't kill our thing.
Yeah.
If they kill this birds and we don't draw land, things get really rough, but Basic Island is not prone to kill spells. Okay, we find the land too, great. Still gonna play this before doing anything else. Do we find the land off the top? Yes, we do. Okay, I don't think we need the Field of the Dead, so I'm just gonna crack this end of turn. I think I'll just get Spars first. Grab the top land, have maximum flexibility, and then this can get red.
No. So. Goodness. Try prophecy. My goodness, it's good enough. Feel like banish.
I almost just told them they were playing 5-color. I guess I don't really want to convey that information this early. I don't think it'll really change much, but Looks like we're playing against someone who knows me well, and they know I don't typically like these sorts of decks, but I think this build of it is very nice. Alright, so let's grab this Spar's headquarters. Hydroid Crisis on top, that's pretty medium. Uro.
Okay. 116.
Oh, you got spice going on.
Let's go for stand.
That I do, my friend. I think I'm just gonna jam Escape to the Wilds here. There's an argument for waiting, but it lets us develop really quickly. We're probably not gonna be able to get all 5 cards off of this, but I think it's still worth it. Oops. Turn 3, Escape to the Wilds. Okay, this is solid. We'll play Blooming Marsh. I'm not going to play this mountain off the top. I want to get these lands while I can.
So...
and then next turn we can play at least 2 of these cards. Hit them for 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana.
50.
So we can play Pulse plus, or Acidic Slime plus Ren. I wish I could honestly pull. I would think I would pulse before playing the Ren here.
We'll probably need to do that.
This is fine. We'll still just go Blood Crypt, Acidic Slime, Ren, and 6. They have 4 mana for what? Thieving Skydiver? No. Hangerback Walker. Okay, that's pretty slow. Alright, I think I'm actually going to play this land off the top because I don't want to draw it. Losing the Blood Crypt hurts a bit because we don't have that much black mana, but I think it's still worth it. So let's go land. Okay, don't want another land on top, so I'll happily fetch that away.
Alright, so
We'll get Tropical Island. Okay, Garrick on top is solid.
then
we can go Acidic Slime. Blow off your mountain. Let's just blow up islands, I think, actually. And then Ren and 6. Rebuy land. Pass, so we don't get value out of this Maelstrom Pulse or this Blood Crypt, unfortunately. But still seems fine. And I think I will hit for 2. If they want to block my Hangerback and get 2 dudes, that's fine.
Nice.
Okay, so these things go away. Losing Maelstrom Pulse does mean we have very little removal in our entire deck. So if they just go tinker into, like, some beefy boy, it could go downhill pretty quick. But they only have 3 mana. We have tons of mana, so we're definitely ahead.
Especially
the question is, do they have something broken? Alright, Brainstorm plus Fetch Land is strong. We can Wasteland if they get a non-basic, though, so they can't get a blue source here.
Yeah, this is good.
Alright, fetching. We'll see if they get basic mountain or if they play around Wasteland with basic mountain. Or if they get blue mana, which is basically a one-shot. Alright, no blue mana this turn, so it's unlikely they do something bad this turn. Hopefully we can find Strip Mine soon. It's kind of unfortunate that we've played against 2 back-to-back matchups where Wasteland is kind of bad. Okay, Pest Infestation would be great. They just pass. Croxa.
Garbage.
Okay, I think I'm gonna just play a big Hydroid Crisis this turn.
It's gonna be usable.
You could also play Garrick first, but this lets us draw an extra card, which I think is worth it. So 6/6 Crisis. And we get like multiple looks now to find Strip Mine, Field of the Dead. Oh, okay, they're forcing this. This doesn't work as well as they want it to, though, because we still get the 3 cards. So that's just a solid, like, -2 for 2.
Three.
At the end of this result, we end up +2 cards and they end up down 2 cards. Okay, now let's attack them with this next
Strategy.
time. And if they accept the trade and level up to get 3 1/1s, I'll just shoot one of the Thopters. I don't care about rebuying one of these lands. Alright, that goes through. Alright. We are at 26 with 7 cards and tons of mana. It's only turn 5. But I'm still scared because they're playing blue. What we really need is a way to attack their mana. Oko can kind of attack their mana, but it's not the best. Like, Pest Infestation would be ideal. We don't have a way to draw a card right now, though. We could play creatures off the top, so if we see Loran or Knight of Autumn under this Elvish Reclaimer, we can play that. They're also down to, like, not many cards, so Kroxa hitting their hand will actually be relevant. Can we play and escape Kroxa in the same turn? Not quite. Interesting, they're playing black too. Okay, we'll see what this is. Demonic Tutor, alright. But with only red, white available, there's not too much they can do here. I guess they could play Balance. Ooh, Balance would be really bad. I hope they don't have Balance in their deck. Okay, no Balance, that's good. Let's draw Field of Dead off the top, okay. Yeah, I'll just drop that into play. Gain a life, make a zombie. We will Kroxa to knock one of the cards out of their hand. Putting them down to 1 card. Time Walk. Wow, their last card must be really good. Let's go Garrick. I'm just gonna play a bunch of Planeswalkers, I think. Untap 2 lands. Oko. And this is kind of a strange play, but I'm just going to turn this Boros Signet into a 3-3. I don't care about a 3-3 at all on this board. We have plenty of blockers. Okay, they're just leveling this up in response. That's fine.
Step each.
Okay, then let's just... I think I care more about Elvish Reclaimer than Noble Hierarch here. So we'll dump this guy onto the board. Plus this. Do we even want the land, though? I think I'm actually just going to leave the card in the graveyard. So we're closer to escaping these guys. And we will pass. Every turn we just put more and more permanents onto the board. They have 1 card. They have no white mana. They don't have double blue, so they can't upheaval. Whatever they took is better than Time Walk, but Time Walk is also not even that good here, so that's not necessarily the worst. Tolarian Academy. Okay, that represents a lot of mana. So now they have 3, 4, 5, 6... No, only 2 from the Academy. Wait, what if they have the card that destroys all creatures, planeswalkers, artifacts, and lands? Jokel Hops, that would be kind of awesome. Toxic Deluge, okay. This is beatable. They're out of cards, we can bring back Kroxa. Yeah, this is definitely beatable. Okay, so let's go black, red, untap 2 lands. Black, red, Kroxa. We're gonna wasteland your Tolarian Academy. Play Augur of Autumn. Okay, good draw. On top, let's rebuy the Wasteland. Play Wasteland. Make a dude. Play Survival of the Fittest. And then I'm going to hold a Hierarch in my hand so we can discard it. But I'm not going to discard it this turn. Then let's, I think, just make a food token, honestly. Get him some extra loyalty. And we'll pass. Good position. Yeah, the Garrick Ultimate is threatening to win the game. The Crooks of Trigger almost wins on its own. They don't have much mana. Even Tinker, I think, wouldn't be enough here.
Sick.
So one option is for them to send everything at Garrick. Our life total is super high, so I'm not worried about dying to anything strange. Okay, they don't want us to ultimate either of our Planeswalkers. That makes sense. So attack like this, that's fine. We'll let this go through. Alright, then we'll take our draw step. Utopia Sprawl is not really what I want. Let's discard this Noble Hierarch to search and find a better card on top. Do we want to get Knight of Autumn? I guess Loran is probably better. Crucible of Worlds, don't really care about that, but it's fine. Let's play the Loran. Just gonna keep on going after their mana. Oh wait, no, we can just kill them. Alright, so we're playing against blue-black artifacts. They have some really powerful stuff. Tolarian Academy, Time Walk, Demonic Tutor. Good to know about Force of Will and Toxic Deluge as powerful interaction. Should be a pretty good matchup though when we have Loran and Pest Infestation and Knight of Autumn and Maelstrom Pulse to blow up their artifacts. And Acidic Slime, I guess. I think we just run it back. It doesn't seem like a matchup where we really need Zealous Conscripts. We could play Regrowth. I think I would rather just submit, though. Alright. On the draw, that makes it a little harder, but great hand. We have Red and 6 plus Strip Mine and a fetch land. We have no way to accelerate into this, so the problem with this is, like,
Sylvie.
it's not like we're hitting extra land drops either. This means that both players will just stay on 2 lands forever. So it's possible that that they can win here. It's not like this just wins. If we had Fast Bond, it would be game over. Okay, Basic Forest was the worst thing we could draw. So we need white mana to play this Loran. But we're still going to get red-green on turn 1 so that we can play the Ren first.
We'll just show it.
If this is like a pack rat, okay, no pack rat. If I draw Mox, I think I'll actually play Loran first. So we need to get red. I think red-green is better than red-black here. Man, kind of brutal that we are drawing all these lands. We'll just play Tropical Island Ren. Oh, whoops. I don't think strip mining them is that great when they just played a Signet. They're going to be up in mana either way. If they force this, then we don't have a good way to get white mana, but also they're down to 2 cards, and they have no blue mana. Okay, it resolves. Let's rebuy the Wooded Foothills and pass. And then next turn, I mean, yeah, drawing back-to-back lands sucks. We're holding 6 lands in our hand, which is not really where I want to be. But we have Wasteland, Strip Mine, Run in 6. We can Loran this Boros Signet.
Let's do this.
Cycle Rogran Trio main phase. That's a very strange line. There's their island. Okay, good draw. I think I'm just gonna use strip mine this turn instead of Loran. So strip mine your island. Run in 6 to bring back the strip mine. And Birds of Paradise. And then next turn we can hit their mana twice. We can play Loran to blow this up, strip mine them again. So this is their last turn. They have 4 mana this turn, and then they'll have less mana every single turn for the rest of the game. Another Signet. Okay, that's beatable. Burrow, good draw. I think that's better than Loran, actually. So I'll just destroy their mana.
That's all.
Be gone, lands. We don't have much mana in our hand either, but the difference is that we have like a Ren and 6 that's threatening to ultimate soon. We have a full grip. We're not anywhere close to running out of land drops.
Alright. And wait. 16. Focus you.
Even if they have something like balance here, I don't think it's too bad. Alright, they say the GG. Alright, sweet. So we are 2-0, headed to the finals and fighting for the 4th consecutive trophy. That would be kind of sweet. Number 63. See you there. Alright, here we are for the finals against Alex Merca, 84 ITA. We're on the play, and we have a great hand. Definitely keeping. I think I'm going to get green-blue here with the Windswept Heath, and then play the birds. If they kill our birds, it's kind of annoying, but we're on the play. Like, it's not that easy for them to kill Birds of Paradise with only 1 land. So, looking pretty good to be able to play Leovold into Crucible.
This will do it to mine.
Alright, so let's go blue-green. Birds.
48, 66.
No fatal push. Oh. Okay, that's it's a good turn 1, but I'm still overall happy to see this. So let's get the Blood Crypt into play, then go black, blue, green for Leovold. And then next turn we can decide between Garruk, untap 2 lands, play Survival of the Fittest, or Crucible of Worlds. I'm leaning towards the Crucible. Although developing our mana would be nice. If we draw something like Hydroid Krasis, some big payoff, we could do the Garruk play. I guess any creature represents a Hydroid Krasis though, because we can play Survival of the Fittest. Oh man, okay. This is not acceptable. You're not allowed to have this much fast mana, especially if we don't get to draw our marks. They have 5 mana. They could Mind Twist our hand, which would be pretty devastating. We would not have much left. We would draw 1 card off Leovold, so we would keep 1 card at random, which hopefully would be the Crucible of Worlds. Okay, Duretti is fine.
Any of them. Still back.
Alright, this is totally fine. We get to draw a card here. Courser, not bad. They sack the Mana Crypt, so they're not even ahead on mana anymore. Fast bond, huh?
You?
Okay, so we have a few options here. Crucible seems a bit too slow. So do we want to play Courser or Garruk into Survival of the Fittest? Probably Garruk into Survival of the Fittest. And then we can discard this Courser to find some action. So they might just kill our Birds of Paradise here, which would be fine. If they don't, okay, yeah, they don't. So we're gonna have some mana. Do we want to find? What do we want to find here? Knight of Autumn is one option to kill the Mox Ruby. Oh, they put Leovold into play. Okay. And then play Chandler. All right. So
Which,
Yeah, let's just go for the Knight of Autumn play. So we'll survival, and we're gonna get the Leovold back. Which is better, Loran or Knight of Autumn? Probably Loran, because it just gives us more flexibility. So we'll blow up the enemy dead. They do get to draw a card, which I don't love, but it's fine. Then we will... I think just make a beast. We don't need more mana. So we'll strip mine there. Black source. Make a beast. Oh wait, this is delirious now. I'm honestly tempted to still just make a beast. Yeah, I think a 3/3 beast here is not bad. And we'll pass. Next turn we can Crucible into strip mine again. Garrett dies, yep. Not great, but not terrible. We have okay
really
counter
hope I'm
spells.
defensive. Poison Knife is always beating.
So do they sack their construct or make another? They should probably just plus. Make more blockers, yep.
Need doesn't ban it.
Okay, so let's go Crucible World into strip mine. And then attack them with Beast. Attack their dude that can jump block. And then we're going to use Loran end of turn. And we want to find any creature here. Any creature would be good, because then we can use Survival of the Fittest to find one of our escape creatures and start going off. And we have the Birds of Paradise to draw to do it end of turn. Okay. That's fair enough. We still got to kill something with Crucible. We're in a good position to kill their Duretti. They only have... They're very low on mana here. Fatal Push to kill the beast. Okay. Dragon's Rage Channeler is so good for 1 mana. Alright, they like the card on top. We lose this. They hit us. And then we'll draw a card end of turn. Nice. Let's get Uro. I think I like Uro better than Kroxa. Okay, so we'll play Uro. Or wait. Can we just put it into play this turn? No, it sucks that we have a Blood Crypt. Okay, let's discard the Uro. And I think I'm just gonna get Knight of Autumn and keep on going after their mana.
What? So we'll send this at Duretti. Okay, 20, it's this 400 health.
Duretti goes to 1. Then we
I
will
don't
put
this Knight
of Autumn into play. We could blow up Fast Bond actually, but I think I'm just gonna blow up the Mox.
159. Player moments.
Get this into play tapped and pass.
I didn't even kill anyone. That should kill some.
And then next turn we'll bring back Uro. And in this low resource type game, I think Uro should be able to take this over pretty quickly. They're going to play a 3-drop. There's not many 3-drops that are bad. I guess Endurance would be annoying. Ramanap Excavator. Okay, that is pretty good with Fast Bond. They get to replay 2 lands from the graveyard.
Let's wait.
But Uro still wins this battle. The two blocker is honestly pretty main though. We don't have any attacks now. Do we want to have each player draw a card end of turn? I don't think so. I think with Uro we have good card draw. Okay, terrible draw there. Just play island. Then go blue, green, escape this. Do we find a creature? No, we don't. Brutal. Okay, then we'll just pass. This is bad, though. That Ramen app is rough. When we had them super low on mana, it was looking good. But now that they can just recur any lands, strip mine, like round 6 strip mine doesn't even help us.
If they can kill off the back.
We have a lot of good draws, though. If we find any creature, we can turn it into a Hydroid Krasis. We can also put Croxa into play.
And target
If they put Ready down to 1 to kill our Uro, we can just bring it back, probably. Luris. Okay, they can try Animate Dead, actually. Next turn. Yeah, we're probably behind here.
Oh. Oops.
Probably we don't really have a good way to go over the top here. Like, we can do a lot of things and just, like, keep on getting value. And, like, maybe putting Croxa plus Uro into play is enough. They have a Ren 6 of their own, okay. Shooting the Loran, alright. I'm gonna have us each draw a card. Okay, nice. We found a creature. No, Field of the Dead would be a good find. So we have a couple options. We could get Croxa to then just put Croxa into the yard. Okay, they're killing our Uro. That means we probably don't need Croxa. Their Duretti goes down to 1. I wish we had Walking Ballista. I think I'm just gonna get Hydroid Krasis here. Interesting draw. Interesting draw. I think we still play the Krasis this turn, though. We don't have any, like, if we could kill one of these things and then kill the Duretti, that would be one thing, but yeah, let's just get the Hydroid Krasis down.
Might be good.
6/6 flyer, if they want to kill it, they have to sack their Duretti. And there's the Field of the Dead. Okay, this seems like a solid position. We'll pass back to the opponent. Okay, they killed the Knight of Autumn. Uro is ready to come back at any point. That Animate Dead plus Luris is scary. Vraska. Okay, yeah, this is looking pretty bad. Should be a solid matchup overall, but I think we're down this one.
Literally deal.
I'm also going to quickly run to the bathroom. Be back shortly. Alright, so we're taking a big hit and probably going to have to go to game 3 here, or to game 2. But we'll see. I have 3 Planeswalkers on 1 loyalty. It's kind of funny. We can do some things. Could be tough to kill them, though, especially with this whole Animate Dead shenanigans. Okay, so let's go Uro.
4 side. Oh shit. I mean, I've only got a turn.
I'm gonna exile all my creatures so they can't bring them back with Animate Dead. And then we need to decide which one of these things we want to Maelstrom Pulse. I think we actually need to kill Lurrus, unfortunately. Because otherwise, if we kill the Elder Gargoth, they can just bring it back with Animate Dead.
Since I did. There's not much heal.
So, Pulse here. Reclaim or pass. But there's a good chance they can just kill us here. They can ready to kill our Uro, and then attack us with a bunch of stuff. They play Strip Mine. Oh, so they have Strip Mine, Raminep, Fast Bond. Yeah, I mean, their deck is basically the same as ours, but potentially better. Yeah, I really wish we had Fast Bond. I don't think we make any sideboard changes, though, other than maybe adding one extra land. But they have Raminep, Renin 6, Strip Mine, Fast Bond, so they have all the same stuff, but they have the Fast Bond to really turbocharge it. They're sniping every single one of our lands, and then they can snipe our Uro. And their life total is high enough that we can't just like cheese them out here. Every time they play land, they are taking 1, but I don't think that's gonna be enough, especially if Elder Gargoth gains them 3.
Probably should invest in
Well, at least our Elvish Reclaimer's big.
Wow. Well,
Man,
that really.
there was one point where I was feeling so good. We had them down to just 1 land, but they had the Devoted Druids. They were able to go 2 mana there, plus they're tapping their 1 land to play Raminep. That let them get their 2 lands back from their graveyard, and then it just snowballed from there. They sack their Ren to kill our birds, so we're down to only 1 mana. Now they can be ready to kill our Uro. If they don't kill the Uro, we actually could potentially still fight back into it, but with the Uro, it's going to be tough. At this point, I just want to see more of their deck, and I guess open up the possibility of them making some weird misplays. Like, at 7, we have an Uro. Okay, they just go to combat, so I think we will trade with the Gargaroth here. They haven't used already yet. If they had already used already, then I would triple block with the zombies. But given that they haven't used already, I think we need to do this because we're going to be losing our Uro either way.
Okay.
A lot of lands in that graveyard right now. If they were out of action, we could maybe still fight back. But alright, Custodial Lich 2. It's looking like an uphill battle. Good to know about this card, though. This is why we do want to keep playing, just like learn more about their deck. This in particular is a card where like we could be way ahead and then just lose to this card. So knowing about that is nice. Then they play Liliana. Their deck is awesome. This is like the perfect Jund deck. 2 pieces of fast mana, lots of cheap planeswalkers, all the land synergies. The Monarch lets you grind against the blue decks. Good cheap removal. Really, really solid deck. They have 10 cards. Is there any way we can somehow mill them? Probably not. I mean, they are the Monarch. It's not impossible.
40.
But the thing is, we can never get lands. Like we can try to get our 1 land, but then they just strip mine it again. Looming Marsh, baby, go! Not looking good. I just want to see if they reveal any more information. They also have Boseiju. Boseiju Renin 6 is pretty sweet. Their deck is kind of the dream.
There you go, little buddy.
Again, I don't think we have any good sideboard options, really. Zealous Conscripts doesn't seem amazing.
Acceptable.
Alright, GG. We can block here, but then we die with a perfect loss, no permanence, and 0 life. That's exactly how you want it. Alright, on the draw for game 2, playing against Jund. I don't think we make any changes, unless we want to bring in one more land. I do like all of these cards, though. Fiend Artisan could be a little sketchy. Yeah, I guess I'll cut Fiend Artisan for one more island. And then we'll run like this.
There.
We're going up on mana sources, but if we're playing Wasteland Strip Mine, they're playing Strip Mine. Lots of lands are going to be blown up. So we'll keep... Utopia Sprawl as a liability against Strip Mine, but this hand is still... Like, the upside is very, very high. We're going to name white here. If they have the Strip Mine, they get their 2 for 1, but we're hoping they just play a Mox and we get to kill it with Knight of Autumn. Alright, nice. Okay, so against this, let's just Strip Mine them. And then play Survival of the Fittest. This is a spot where I really wish I had Ramanap Excavator. Okay, so we can discard Knight of Autumn to find something.
Or, we'll wait till it's table.
I think what I'm just gonna do is shock and pass here.
Yeah, get the... Get lucky.
And then we can just start filling up our graveyard. Like, we could have also got a Mana Dork so we could play Escape to the Wilds, which would be reasonable, but I like getting cards in the yard here. If they play a Signet, I think I'm still discarding Knight of Autumn, and then we'll get Uro, discard Uro, get Loran, and then play Loran. We could even put Kroxa into the graveyard too. Okay. Discard Knight. I'm gonna get Kroxa first, and then get Uro. And then next turn we're gonna have 4 mana. We don't have Leovold mana. Could get Hydroid Krasis.
It's less than
I think I'm just gonna get Uro. Just keep this train going. Pest Infestation, okay. Not a bad one. I think I'm just gonna play Uro though to ramp. And if we draw a creature, we can...
Well, it's just
ooh, okay. Alright, we'll pass back. Good position. I'm still, like, you know, their deck can go kind of pop off out of nowhere if they're playing Fast Bond, but if they don't do something drastic this turn, we get to play Escape to the Wilds, play 2 lands, just, like, get a huge advantage in development. Doretti is pretty slow.
Strive, Mental Shade.
I think I'm going to play Escape to the Wilds over Oko here.
My vision stare in the sky.
Wow, that's just lands. That's kind of insane. Alright, I will Wasteland them. And then just put Spar's Headquarters into play. I'm very happy I'm not just drawing all of these lands.
Okay, that should be pretty easy.
Next turn we'll play one of these lands and then maybe Loran. Loran just doesn't even do that much though, but depends on what they do.
Target
We've definitely been able to navigate to the mana advantage. They only have 2 lands. They have 2 mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Night's Whisper is super slow.
Oops.
I think we can put Uro into play this turn. We'll fetch, get green black. And then go, let's see. Green, green, blue, blue. Okay, if we play Uro into Loran, they can kill the Uro with the Duretti. So... We could Pest Infestation both of their dudes, or play Loran, or use Survival of the Fittest to find something huge. I think I'm just gonna put Uro into play though, honestly. If they want to if they want to kill the Uro, that's fine. We still get to draw a card, ramp a bit. They're losing loyalty on their Uro, or on their Duretti. So, land, this. Do we lose the Strip Mine to save Croxa? Yeah. All right. Loran. All right. Then we'll pass. They can Fatal Push the Loran or the Uro if they want to. Either way, we don't care too much. We have just so much mana here. And with Survival of the Fittest plus a creature in hand, we can get probably just Hydroid Krasis and keep the value train going. Could also play a massive Pest Infestation. What do they have here? Okay, Minsk and Boo is not that scary. I mean, it's fine, but... So they need to leave it back on defense, or else we can kill it with Raging Ravine. Maelstrom Pulse, great draw. I think we're just going for the Raging Ravine play then. So we'll go... Pulse this, Animate Ravine, attack. Land. Raging Ravine. Then we'll kill the Minsk and Boo and hit Duretti down to 2. And then we're going to pass and use the Survival of the Fittest end of turn. Seeing Minsk and Boo makes me even more excited about their deck. That's kind of the Jund's dream. Alright, they make another 1/1. This is fine. We can kill that with Pest Infestation if we care. I like having 2 X spells with all this mana. The Pest Infestation and then the Hydroid Krasis that we're potentially getting here. They return a land instead of killing our Loran. Okay, that's fine. I think I will use Loran end of turn to let us each draw. Okay, they have 3 card types. No, let's not do that actually. We have plenty of card draw already. Hydroid Krasis. On tap. We need to find Field of the Dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this will make us draw 5 cards, so let's just do that. Oh, sorry, 4 cards. Yeah, 10 mana, so 8 Krasis, draw 4. It's a lot of action. I think I'm honestly going to send this at Duretti. And if they block with the Construct, then they don't have something to sack to Duretti yet. They might have an artifact in hand, but yeah, this is fine. And our hand is obviously stacked. We have tons of mana. We are at some risk of milling ourselves. They Beseiju our thing. That's fine. We'll get Tropical Island. 10 cards left in the library, so that's our window that we need to win within. But Pest Infestation on its own should be pretty good there. Also, this Hydroid Crisis is a huge problem if they can't kill it. They plus, but they could have Fatal Push. Or Vraska.
That is no good for us.
Bummer. That's one of the worst things for us that they could have had. I'm not going to use this survival of the fittest end of turn. At this point, we need all our resources.
It's the other one.
They mill over Bloodghast too. That's annoying. Okay, I think we just need to go wide with the Pest Infestation here.
On his stats.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Maybe we wait a little bit longer, actually. Alright, take one, that's fine. We untap. Okay. I like getting the Raging Ravine into play, although they do have Beseiju. How do we want to do this? I think I will put Uro into play. Let's play Garrick first, though. Untap 2 lands. Escape Uro, which I think is better than Croxa here. They both are kind of soft to Duretti. They're really just going to run us out of cards in our deck, I feel like. I think I'm just going to take out the Croaks at this point because I want to leave the land for returning with Crucible of Worlds. Man, where's our Field of the Dead? Okay, we'll play land, or Mox, I guess. Crucible of Worlds. Replay this. And then play Leovold.
Hold first.
And pass.
Oh, because I did the...
In response, they stomp our Garrick. Okay. We'll see if they get Delirium. Hopefully they don't. Okay, they didn't hit it yet, but they're very likely to now with the Faithless looting in the graveyard. Although, we actually, I guess, they need to minus to kill the Leovold first. But they can minus already, kill the Leovold, then play Faithless looting, then probably get Delirium and kill the Garrick. But if they do that, then they're not killing our Uro. And then probably next turn is the turn for our big, Pest Infestation turn. Liliana, okay. So they make a sack Uro, and then they can kill the Garrick with Bloodghast and hit us for 1. But then we can play a huge Pest Infestation. Hopefully this is an artifact or enchantment.
So
no, it's not.
Really good.
They have so many Planeswalkers, and we just have lands. I really wish we had just had like an Ugin or like a really big way to go over the top. I think we have a lot of top end. Like it's unusual that we get to this game state, but specifically like Duretti is quite good. Like we can just keep on putting Uro into play, but they can just keep on killing it. Maybe we were supposed to kill Duretti before the Minsc and Boo last turn or last game. No, that was still this game. Okay, so we have Raging Ravine up.
that. But I can
Okay,
start.
Retrofitter Foundry, we can kill that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just play our pest infestation here.
Reasonable.
Target this.
Given that we're probably going to get these fucking stuff. 3 mana. Let's do one.
Cast for 5 to make 10 1/1s.
Let's do it.
Then we'll put the Hierarch into play our tapped land and pass. If they plus Lily, we can just discard Autograph Autumn. Don't care too much about that. They have the Strip Mine, but it's too late now. Even if they find Fast Bond. Huntmaster of the Fells. Okay, that's kind of annoying because our plan is just to go super wide and attack them a bunch of times. But against Huntmaster, that might not work, and we don't get that many more turns. Okay, let's take 5 here. This is fine.
Okay. Let's kill. Good job. Good job, Sylvie.
Kill our Hierarch. Okay. Sack the Bloodghast. I don't think we have any more action in our deck. Too bad we don't have Garrick Ultimate. And they just make so many chump blockers that it's going to be really hard for us to ever get through with like a big Raging Ravine. We could make Raging Ravine huge, but that just isn't going to do it. Just a brutal draw. Okay, let's escape Uro. But we're just going to run out of resources here. Third time escaping Uro is usually enough, but not this game. It is very frustrating that we haven't found Field of the Dead. If we'd found Field of the Dead a long time ago, we easily could have won this game. But if we find it here, we could still potentially do it.
I have been running out of mana.
Just brutal. It's in our bottom 4 cards. Okay, play land, play Acidic Slime. Acidic Slime just does nothing, though. Yeah, we're gonna lose this game. We play Uro. Animate Crucible of Worlds. I think we just send everything at their face.
Right.
Right?
My cards
We
look
knew about
away.
that. Okay. I mean, yeah, we're dead.
Not exciting. It's like an exotic shop.
So we can eat 4 of our pests. They take
Good
9.
poison. So eat it.
That's not going to be enough. If only we had a burn spell of some sort. Like if we had the red burn spell, Rolling Earthquake, we could easily win this. But like we just run out of cards in library here. We could have even won. I think we could have just sat back and survived, trying to just like play a long game. But the problem is we have to kill them in 4 turns. And Field of the Dead is like our way to go over the top here. Man, we were so far up on resources, but we haven't been able to translate that into a way to win because we just don't have enough removal. So they can just like play blockers and then not even care that we have 10 pests. I'll take a draw step and then
think there's a world where we're gonna
right, I don't. I guess I'll fetch. Yeah, I'll fetch to see if there's anything that I'm not thinking of. Maybe we could have won if we kept Croaxa instead of Uro.
Best event. Oh, the man I know.
Swinging for 5. Okay, they're getting a little aggressive. I don't think they need to. It doesn't really make sense to attack with Huntmaster here. I think you should just leave back all your blockers, but it's not going to matter here. So we have Field of the Dead. I think we just have like random stuff left. Nothing that would really change things. There's Ren and 6, Courser. Yeah, we're very dead here. Unfortunate. Okay.
With swords, a good
So could not
number.
quite get the trophy. That ends my run of 3 straight. Wow, that was only game 2. They definitely would have timed out if we went to game 3. All right, this was our deck, and it was really good, but it was good. First, we'll start with the things that made it powerful. A lot of early acceleration. Birds, Hierarch, Utopia Sprawl, Nox Emerald means we're usually able to start with 3 mana on turn 2. And then we have a ton of cheap cards that can really take over the game. So, Ren 6 plus Crucible with Wasteland and Strip Mine is really good. We never got Fast Bond, but still, that's a good combo. Leovold, Oko, all these cards are really good. We also had great ways to blow up artifacts and enchantments with Loren, Knight of Autumn, and Pest Infestation. And we had pretty good mana sinks. Pest Infestation, Hydroid Krasis. Really good mana base too. The downside is we didn't have any ways to really go over the top of them. We just were hoping that like strip mining them a few times and then playing Leovold and attacking is going to be enough. Which I think is a solid plan. That beats any aggressive deck. It beats any control deck. But mid-range decks like in the finals can just go over the top of us because they have more threats in their deck. Especially, like, the Uro Croaxa thing was a big part of our game plan, and it was good, and we won a lot of games with that. But specifically against the card Duretti, Duretti can just, like, really punish that game plan by just killing them over and over again. It's possible in the turn when we killed Minskenbu, we were supposed to kill Duretti instead. I really underestimated how good Duretti would be against us.
Holy shit.
Because Duretti killed, like, 3 Okos and a Leovold. And so it's possible we were supposed to kill that and like let them have a Minskin Boo and then just try and kill the Minskin Boo over the course of a few turns. Hard to say. It's also possible we were just going to lose that game either way. But yeah, our opponent's deck was sweet. They had tons of Planeswalkers plus Strip Mine. So we unfortunately could not quite get the trophy. But the deck was definitely sweet. I love these sorts of Ren and 6 decks. Hopefully one day we get the Fast Bond dream. But definitely a pretty sweet league. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.
Welcome everyone to the Fader Connections Path of Exile Community Podcast, episode number 106. I'm hearing myself because I don't have the thing muted, but that doesn't hurt because I'm very hyped for a very special episode today. And before we start bringing on the guests, let's see how the co-host Balor Mage is doing. How have you been, Balor?
I'm awake. Does that count?
That's a novelty.
I didn't accidentally stay asleep.
All right, let's get started. We have a lot of things to talk about, a lot of guests, so very limited talking time per person. So we don't want to waste any of it. And our first guest for today is a content giant, someone who has been pumping out more YouTube content this first month than many streamers do in the entire league. Let's go. Here is Zizaran. How are you doing?
Mom,
yeah, you're
I'm
actually
on TV. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I can't complain. Beautiful day, beautiful time. Can't wait to get started.
I'm excited too. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. And let's see. We got a beastly gamer. Probably, if I researched correctly, the first person to ever hit level 100 on a fresh start solo self-found HC in one sitting this league. The one and only amazing Karn. Let's go. Welcome.
So,
What's up?
I don't know whether to congratulate him on that or call for help.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I think. What did you say in your video, Karn? It was a professional stunt executed
Yes.
by a professional gamer.
Sure.
Yes.
Don't do this at
Yes.
home, kids.
Yeah, don't do it.
And then last but certainly not least, we got the CEO of the current Chat SF Private League, the one and only Steel Mage. Let's go. How are you doing, Steel?
I'm doing very good. Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Yeah, glad to have you on. And without further ado, let's just give people context by talking about what we started as in this league and how well that worked for the league mechanic. Who wants to go first? Because Bella and I had already talked about this a lot, so the guests need to go first on this. Ziz, tell us,
What did
what
I
was your league
start with?
starter?
Oh, I started with Toxic Rain. It was really good. But honestly, I wish I'd started with Champion just because you get so much free defense for hardcore, and I just didn't find a taste of hate. And then later on, made a new character, which was what? The Artillery Ballista on the Pathfinder, and that died.
Classic.
So yeah, and then I remade a Champion, and that's still alive. That's actually about to hit level 100. So that's nice. That's sort of where I'm at right now. I'm just like spam farming currency for new characters.
Wait, so the Toxic Rain character again was a Pathfinder instead, and you wish you would have done Duelist instead.
Yeah. Champion just gets so much like free stuff at the start of a league. Like when you don't
Yeah.
have a taste of hate, you just don't really have any defense.
Yeah, but with the changes to Pathfinder, I was really tempted to do Pathfinder as well. The life sustained from the flask seems quite amazing.
Yeah. It was good. It actually only died because I suicided it in a crazy map that I didn't want to risk my main character.
Makes sense. Well, we already know what Karn played, but like maybe you want to tell people a little bit what did you pick to go for the level 100 rush in SSFHC?
Well, I mean, the thing is like I hit level 100 before, but not on a new build like this. So I want to try something different this time, right? And actually, Steel Mage convinced me. It was like I was not sure if I was gonna do it. I was like, do I push 100? Do I not? I don't really. I just want to play the game and chill. But then Steel was like, no, you gotta do it. You never won SF League, like just like I did. Me, Steel Mage, the greatest player of all time. No, okay, he didn't say that, but yeah, like he was like, oh, you never won SF League, so you should do it. And I was like, easy, you know. He was actually taunting me a little bit. I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it.
It worked, didn't it? It worked.
Yeah, it worked. But yeah, and, the one session thing was not premeditated. I just found myself like 40 hours-ish in, and I was like, I'm 98 and a half or something, like 90, that was 97, I don't know, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like,
That doesn't really happen to anyone else. I found myself 48 hours into the session.
Yeah. I
I mean,
was playing video games and then I looked down and 2 days had passed. This is fine.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like, I was only on like three wins. No, wait, I was only on 3 wins, so it was not that bad. I could have gone longer, I think. Actually, I could have gone longer for sure, because when I finished, I was not tired.
Don't get me wrong, I regularly stream like 30-ish hours on the league start. But by the end of about 30, I'm feeling pretty tired. Like I know I'm not gonna accidentally do 12 more and be like, oh whoops. Like
Well, it's different though. Like when you play, you're just playing to play. And like if I just play to play, I play like 12 hours. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go eat some food, watch something, and call it a day, whatever. Like, I was racing. So if I'm racing, I can go. I don't know. There's no limit.
There's no limit.
just no sleeping at all. It's fine.
Definitely admirable, this sort of motivation and drive. Steel, how far did your first build take you, and how well did it work for the mechanic of the circumstances of being in a solo self-pawn, group self-pawn setting with your own channel?
Well, I league started in Pending Doom, which is not really a good idea because if you're familiar with that build, you really want a pair of gloves called Vixens. But instead, I made an entire league dedicated to funneling me items, and so I had Vixens in the first day, and so that went fine. Not really, I didn't even bother using the Vixens till the second day. But yeah, I actually ended up finding out some alternatives to make it work, pushed through it, and ended up with a really, really, really strong build overall. I pushed that build to level 100, farmed Ubers for all the boys, did watchstones and everything, shared that, it was really good. Had fun with it.
Did you do a whole bunch of carrying in the private, because it was a private league?
Yeah, I just wanted to get everybody their watchstones so that they could it's kind of like Communist League, right? I was able to get them the Watchstone so that they can farm currency for everybody else later. Lamau. So that worked really well. And I'm probably one of the only out of these two, you know, Khan and Ziz. I'm probably one of the only people that actually did 100% Crucible like day 1, day 2 of the league, right?
Oh yeah, I haven't done
No,
it yet.
I was
I'm not
doing it, but then I like kept getting like almost one shot, and I was like, this is fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah, I heard from
100%.
people that you got like a lot worse from like if you went to like 98 or 99, I don't know exactly. It's like
Yeah,
from
you
one
nearly
percent
do
to
it,
another.
it's fine.
Yeah, and so apparently like it gets crazy if you full charge versus like only 98, 97.
Yeah, and if you have like 100% Crucible monsters and they god possessed, it's like, oh, okay, cool, new character.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that one. I don't know which move it's called, but the one with like the cross pattern of light
Solaris.
thing. Yeah,
No, wait.
that
Yeah,
100%
Solaris probably.
feels like it one shots every character I own. Like it's just here's a whole screen grid. Everybody's dead.
Yeah, it's really rough.
Is there even a difference if you full charge or like just barely not full charge?
I think there is, yeah. I think they mentioned they nerfed it until it's... So, you know they nerfed it a while ago, Khan. I think that only applies to pre-100.
Yeah, but I mean in terms of rewards, like, you get like I don't think
That,
Yeah, more geodes apparently.
I thought they gave a buff to Geode spawns at 100. But I'd have to read the patch note again.
We did, and that might matter for
Yeah.
all this lockdown stuff. But like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You wish there's no reason to do 100 in trade unless you obliterate it, because
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another. I don't think slamming that second pick is really the way you want to do that. We could take, is it Signet? Signet's a pretty solid one, but I think we just want to take the Watery Grave here. Just straight up blue-black control is a very good deck, so is Grixis, Esper, Sulta. I mean, any blue-black X control deck is going to be pretty solid. You get access to Baleful Strix, Scarab God, Ashiok, all of which are really nice gold cards. And just in general, the black removal pairs really well with the blue card draw. Okay, what do we have here? So we passed Leovold already, which makes Bayou a little bit less tempting. I think Leovold is unlikely to wheel. We could go deep with Echo of Eons, but I think that's, again, not really the kind of card you want to be taking this early. Early on, you want to be staying open. There's an insane amount of green in this pack. There's 4 green lands and 4 green spells. That's the most of one color I've ever seen in a pack. Kind of wild. But let's just take Consider. Really solid pickup. Also, if we are in blue-black Reanimator, which is totally reasonable, then Consider can be a really nice enabler for just milling over lands and filling your graveyard. Okay. Interesting pack once again. There's a fetch land, but it doesn't find Watery Grave, and then there's a Triome, but it's not blue-black. Not that we're committed to blue-black, but I'd be more inclined to take this if it went with the land we already had. There's also Exhume. It's kind of good with Moldrifter, but I don't think that's where we want to be this early. I think I like just taking a Narset here. I know we just passed Echo of Eons, but Narset's still a great card. And Echo does sometimes wheel. So this could be a Storm start, or it could be blue-black control. The 2 most likely outcomes. Now we see... some solid cards, but none that work with Narset, unfortunately. We're going to probably be taking one of these blue creatures. Which one is better?
That one is
I
solid.
think Vendilion Click is interactive, which is nice, but again, given that we're blue-black and may have some Reanimator sub-themes, even if we're not all in on Reanimator, makes me be inclined to take this one over the Click, although it is close. Click does play well with the Narset, but I still think I'm going to take the Stowaway in blue-black.
Props.
It's also cheaper. Okay. Probably just taking Liliana here. That's nice pickup. There's the Bloom Marsh if Leovold happens to wheel, but I'm not really expecting that, so I think we'll just try to be blue-black mid-range. There's Seachrome Coast as well for some white fixing, and then I do think Glorybringer's good, but we'll take Liliana. Getting a Planeswalker in our colors, 6th pick, is definitely a pretty good sign. So we have some good card draw, actually quite good card draw and card selection early on. Always a good place to be. And then a bit of fixing. I wouldn't mind some cheap interaction. Although no cheap interaction here. We could take Spirebluff Canal if we think we want to go into Grixis. Or we could take one of these 3 black cards. Vampire Hexmage combos with Dark Depths, but I don't really think that's where we want to be. I think I'm just going to take Bitter Blossom. Yeah, it's a strong card. It's kind of a weird card because there's no supernatural home for it, but it's just like a solid threat that is good at protecting Planeswalkers and just like a solid all-around card. Okay, this pack is kind of weak. Sword of Fire and Ice plays really well with Suspicious Stowaway. And we do have Bitter Blossom, so that's kind of tempting. But I think I'm more interested in these lands, most likely. Or in this land. Trinket Mage could get there too, but yeah, let's take the Zytor's Proving Ground. If we are just straight blue-black, this might not help us, although it still could. Oh, well... That's kind of awesome. Was not expecting to see Leovold come around. We passed a bit of green fixing that I kind of wish I'd taken, but we just took some, so we'll definitely take that. That's a great pickup. We also now have Narset Leovold, so any draw 7s will be a high pick. Now we'll take a Chupacabra. I still think we're base blue-black, so like Inferno Titan is good. I guess we're probably trying to be Sultai. So it's too bad the Echo of Eons that we didn't take the Echo. I still think we played it right given our information at the time, but given that we got Narset soon thereafter and then Leovold came around, I do wish that we'd taken that. This is the green pack. It's still green. Braids is good with Bitter Blossom, but that's kind of weak. I think we just take the Reclaimer. And probably don't play it. Okay, we'll take Bone Crusher Giant and not play it. Avalanche Riders. Alright, so we're getting some red here. Blooming Marsh. There's also Glorybringer, but yeah, let's take the Blooming Marsh. That's great. And then last pick, Goblin Bombardment. So, given that we did not get Vampire Hexmage, I don't think we're playing the Reclaimer, but I'm totally happy to splash green just for Leovold. So, still looking like we're going to be base blue-black. Alright, what do we have here? Grave Titan is a pretty good threat. I really like Witherbloom Command, but it's very likely to come around if Leovold came around. So, I guess there could be someone that's playing black-green but not blue, but I still think if you're in black-green and you see a late Leovold, you take it. So, I think it's pretty likely to come around. So, let's just take the Force of Negation. We don't have any counter magic yet. That's a really good counterspell. And then, hopefully the Witherbloom Wheels. We could also play like Xander's Lounge, maybe Fatal Push, but yeah, we'll take the Force. Ooh, okay. There's a lot of good Sultai stuff here. The Scarab God is great. I like this card a lot in decks like this. That is very good with Ravenous Chupacabra, Moldrifter, Suspicious Stowaway, all that stuff. But Bloodstained Mire would help the fixing a ton. I think I gotta go with the Mire here. As good as the Scarab God is, it's a 5 mana play. I think we're going to get plenty of playables. If we want to be 3 colors, we really need to prioritize the fixing. Plus, if we do end up wanting to do a green splash, if we got like a red splash, if we got Ren and 6, we could potentially be 4 color, no white mid-range, and having fetch lands is really important for that. Yeah, close pick, we'll take this. We should at least be able to wheel the Vraska, even if the Scarab God doesn't come around. Okay, there's Time Spiral. I kind of want to take that. We have both Leovold and Narset. So this is not typically a card you play in just normal mid-range decks. You play it in combo. But we have Leovold plus Narset to shut down, to make it a one-sided card draw spell. And we also have Force of Negation, so we can pitch it to Force in a situation where it's not good. I think that's worth it here. Not the kind of card that I typically pick very highly, but this is the deck for it. Now we can take Tropical Island. Daze is fine, Cryptic's fine, but gotta fortify the mana base if we want to play 3 colors. Worth noting, we cannot find it off of Bloodstained Mire, but still, good pickup. Okay, there's the Overgrown Tomb. That's kind of nice, especially since we passed Bayou already. Nothing else really consideration. Phantasmal Image is fine, but it's pretty easy Overgrown Tomb. Okay, interesting pick here. Savai Triome doesn't really help us. Murderous Rider's great removal. And then there's Arbor Elf. I don't think we're that kind of green deck, though. So I think we're just going to take the solid kill spell. We don't have any good ways to deal with Planeswalkers, and now we do. been a solid pack so far. We don't have anything super broken, but good interaction, good fixing, just solid card quality. Wouldn't mind a few cards that are lower on the curve, like Counterspell. That's awesome. Shriekmaw's good too, but I think we got to prioritize the counter magic here. It's going to be easier to find late removal than it is to find late counter magic. Okay, interesting. Speaking of the late removal, we could just take the Infernal Grasp. Could also take Garrick, which is pretty good, or could take Waterlogged Grove. Is this going to be one of those drafts where we have infinite playables? I kind of think it will. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Waterlogged Grove here. It's kind of close, but Garrick is good, but it's not broken by any means, and having good fixing is kind of broken. All right, nice. Witherbloom command came around. There's also Grave Titan, but let's take the command. I'm really not prioritizing expensive cards very highly. We passed the Scarab God, Grave Titan, Garrick. I think that's fine. Oh, it's definitely fine if it comes around. I think this is a bit better than Vraska, although it's worse with Narset. I think it's still just better than Vraska as a card. Yeah, I'll take the Scarab God.
It's the
Okay, nice. Hydroid Krasis comes around too. Deck is looking pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So we have 3 green cards, all of which are gold. We have a pretty good mana base. Still a little bit light on 1 and 2 mana plays. I think we passed Duress already, but like getting a pick 3 or a pack 3 Thoughtseize would be really nice. Spell Pierce. Okay, we'll take a Daze. We see another gold card in our colors, but we're not a Fiend Artisan deck. Daze is a pretty good one. This is not really the best deck for it, especially like we're never going to want to return a land to our hand in the first 2 turns because our curve is so heavy on 3. But hopefully we'll be able to get value out of just turn 2 hardcast Daze fairly often. And that gives us a 3rd counterspell, which is kind of nice. Okay, this pack is bad. I don't think we're ever playing any of these. I'll take Progenitus. Maybe we end up in Natural Order, although I think we might have even seen Natural Order earlier. But none of those cards are relevant, and that is fine. Even if we splash red, we would never play Thundermaw. Although this Bone Crusher Giant doesn't look too bad in the board if we get the mana for it. Alright, what do we want in pack 3? The biggest thing is probably fast mana at this point. We've gotten a bit of the cheap interaction. We have good card draw, some solid threats. One more threat wouldn't be too bad, but really, I want the fast mana. Mox would be amazing, of course. This isn't the best Lotus deck, but I would take it. These are all bad. Maria is just unplayable in every deck. I don't think that should be in the format. I shouldn't say that. Maybe someone's made a sweet Maria deck. I've never been able to make a Maria deck so far. The problem is there's not really other pulls to artifacts in red-green. I guess you could maybe make it work if you have like Ren and 6 Urza's Saga and then Maria and a bunch of like Signets or something, but that seems just kind of weak. I feel like you'd rather your blue deck, your artifact deck to be blue and your Maria decks to be not playing Maria. Alright, pack 3, what do we got? Baleful Strix looks pretty good, but it's pretty likely to come around because we wield the Scarab God. We should probably take the Misty. We need 7 spells out of this pack if we're playing 17 lands. I think that should not be hard at all. Yeah, Misty Rainforest is a really nice pickup. So right now, Bloodstained Mire can get blue-black and blue-black-green. So Bloodstained Mire gets all 3. Misty Rainforest gets blue-black and blue-green and Zytor's Proving Ground, so definitely a good fetch. If the Baleful Strix doesn't come around, we could play like Brainstorm, maybe even Woe Strider, but definitely happy to get the fetch. The deck is looking sweet. It is a bit high on creatures for Narset. There's some tension between the Scarab God and Narset, because the Scarab God wants you to play a bunch of cheap value cards like Baleful Strix, value creatures, and Narset wants you to play a bunch of non-creatures, but I think we'll be able to make it work. Okay, I think we take the Mana Leak here. Botanical Sanctum is nice. Actually, Chrome Mox is very nice. But I still think Counter Magic is just that good. Yeah, let's take the Mana Leak. Now we actually have a pretty good suite of Counter Magic. 2 free counter spells, and then 3 that we can play on turn 2. Alright, there's another counter spell in Miscalculation. There's also some mana. We could also take Argot. There's actually a chance we do Titania in this deck. I'm not going to take it here, but that's not inconceivable. Dark Confidant's also quite good. Really, really close pick here. I don't think we need to take Dark Shores. Would we rather Bob or Miscalc? I think just when in doubt, always taking the interact, like the counter spell, is probably a good place to be. Yeah, really close pick. I do love Dark Confidant, but I'm gonna take the Miscalc. And we're getting to the point where a lack of creature removal is a serious concern. So that's gonna be a high pick from this point on. Hopefully we can find something. Okay, here we see Teferi. That's a really powerful card. We don't have any white fixing yet, but if we got 1 white fetchable land, we could potentially get there. And the rest of the pack is pretty bad. There's no good blue cards. I guess Oracle of Moldai is good. Actually, maybe that is the pick. Very such high upside, but it does hurt our mana base. Yeah, I'm going to take the Oracle, actually. I think this card's really nice. Okay, there's the Rogren Triome, but that's kind of annoying fetchable land because we're not playing red. We could take Ugin, although that's pretty expensive. We should probably just take Dismember. Yeah, Dismember is definitely the pick. That's a really, really nice one. It addresses our greatest weakness. Okay, there's the Ren. Can we make Ren work? We have 2 fetch lands to find Ziator's Proving Ground. It's not amazing, but it's really a strong payoff for having, like, it's really, really good if we can cast it, basically. Alternatively, we could take, like, Glenn. I think Glenn is the right pick. It's kind of close, but Glenn is very strong, and while Ren is also very strong, it's a card that you do want to play on turn 2, and what are we going to do? Like, play 1 mountain and then have 4 red sources and just hope to get there? I think that's a little bit too inconsistent. Of course, then we do see a Sacred Foundry, but easy Ashiok. Great pickup. We are solidly Sultai. This one-time spiral is kind of funny, but I think it's worth it. Now we see Treachery, and then some lands that don't really help us. We're not quite there for Field of the Dead. Yeah, let's take Treachery. Good pickup. So if the draft ended right now, we would play this in 17 lands. We have no ways to use our graveyard right now, which makes Woe Strider kind of interesting. But I think I'm still taking the Time Warp for power level. Yeah, this card is really strong. Okay, solid. Reclamation Sage. Now we get the Dark Confidant on the wheel. Not something I was expecting to see. I don't think I'm taking Argoth. It's just, no, Titania is just so bad. Yeah, I'll take the Bob.
It's bad. Yeah.
Okay, this pack was bad for us before, and it still
In this deck,
is.
still.
Brazen Borrower, solid card. Okay, so given the way that this is shaping up, there's really 2 builds that we could go with. This is too many creatures for Narset. So basically we could cut Narset Time Spiral and be more of a mid-range deck, or we could be a little bit more control combo and cut like Dark Confidant, Rex Sage. I think for game 1, it's better to cut the Narset. It's just kind of slow. It's really, like, if the static ability is good against your opponent, it's great, but against aggro, it's so slow, and I'm a little bit more worried about aggro than control. I think with all this counter magic, we're already pretty good against control and combo. I also think Bushwhack is not great. It's a good card. I really like the card in general, and I think I'm happy it's in the format. But it's not very good when green is a splash color. What could the last cut be? I think we want the Rex Sage. Bitter Blossom could be the cut. It's not good in every matchup. Yeah, I think I'll cut Bitter Blossom from the main. Dark Confidant does a similar thing, but a bit better. Oh, but we have to make one more cut, too. That's tricky. This is a great deck for the Scarab God. I want Brazen Borrower for the removal. This actually could be the rare 41 card deck. I think it's not usually the right move, but in this situation, so you really want to be as streamlined as possible when there's a very uneven power level of your cards. If you just want to maximize your chances of drawing Black Lotus or Ancestral Recall or something like that, then having 40 cards is essential. But here we have a fairly flat power level actually. Like Daze, Miscalculate, Counterspell are all pretty similar cards. We have a lot of good threats. I don't there's no card that I really want to cut here. And then at the margin, it's very minor, but having 41 cards does help in a game where, in a game that comes down the middle and both players are just sort of slamming haymakers, and it's just who runs out of haymakers first. We could just cut, Consider or something. Could cut the Dark Confidant. But yeah, I think we're gonna run some 41 card action here. So, how would this look? Sort by color. Very heavy on the blue. So we have 16 blue cards. 9 black. And 5 green. Okay, so for blue sources, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I would like a 10th. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That seems fine for black. And then for green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Definitely more than we need. I think we can cut actually 2 forests and play 2 more islands. Yep, we'll run like this. 41 card specialty with a good sideboard too. Against control, we bring in Narset Bitter Blossom. Against aggro, we bring in Titania potentially just as a beefy blocker. Deck seems sweet. I'll see you in round 1. Alright, here we are for round 1 against Alvis. We're playing some Sultai control, and we're on the play with a good hand. So I guess this might be considered more of a mid-range deck, not really pure control. Could go either way. Definitely a good hand. We need a second black source to play our removal spells, but we also need a second blue source for counterspell, but Consider can help dig towards both of those. If our opponent's not playing creatures, we do have a few cards that will be either dead or just not live for a while, but I think it's fine. We'll Consider, and that's exactly the card we want on top. That's both a blue land and a black land. And now I think we just drop that into play. Yeah. There's a world where we get burned and they just go Dark Ritual, Black Lotus, Grave Titan, Mind Twist our hand, something like that. But getting a threat down is great. Okay, they play Snuff out. Fair enough. It's a 1-for-1 trade, but we get to hit them for some damage. Now we're going to play Bloodstained Mire, which can get blue or black. It's fairly unlikely we need Hero's Downfall or Swift End, but if they play a Planeswalker that doesn't have that good of an ability, we might do it. Okay, they just pass. We're going to grab Watery Grave tapped. I don't think we ever need double green, really. Okay. This is totally fine. We're not really, we don't have a threat, but we're just hitting land drops and pulling ahead a little bit. Okay, Counterspell on Demonic Tutor. They're probably searching for a land. I think I will actually counter this. It's not great. Typically you want to counter the thing they search for, but we're pretty sure they're getting a land here. They also might have a land like Library of Alexandria, or just this could be mana fixing. Maybe they really need a blue source. Okay, now I'm just going to pass. We could Time Warp, but that doesn't really accomplish much. I'd rather Time Warp when we have something in play. They play Graveyard Trespasser. Okay, I think I'm going to let that resolve. Well, we have to let it resolve. It's kind of annoying. Because we're going to have to discard a card to kill it. But I think we just play the Chupacabra. If we draw land, we can discard that without a problem. We don't draw land, so we're going to discard Dismember. So they kind of get a 2-for-1, but it's also kind of not a 2-for-1 because we still have a 2-2 in play. They Mind Twist our hand though. Okay, now we're just massively behind. Both players have a similar number of lands, but they have 5 cards in hand. So we need to top deck. We have a lot of very live top decks, including Mole Drifter. Scarab God probably would have been the best draw, but I'm very happy with the Mole Drifter too. Okay, put this land into play and hit for 2. So now we're probably slightly ahead, but it's close. They have a lot of cards in hand, but we have a very real presence on the board, and our Confidant's a pretty good one to have in hand. This pause makes me think they might have a board sweeper, and they're debating if they want to take 4 or not. And if they say no, then we need to debate if we want to play the Dark Confidant or not. I think we should not play it against Mono Black. Okay, Woe Strider, this is fine. Days, not great, but could be good. It's good in the matchup. It's very good against Mind Twist. So we'll hit them. I'll accept the Woe Strider for Ravenous Chupacabra trade if they want to do that. But they don't, okay? So they get their Scry, and then we'll play Dark Confidant with Days up, and hopefully the Bob survives. We're also putting them down to 13. There's our creature, and we'll pass. And so Days could hit a lot of things they could play here. Land Grave Titan is what we want to see. Massacre Worm, okay. Yeah, if that resolved, that would just completely end the game. So Days is putting in some nice work. And then, yeah, they'd swing. Oh, they don't swing, alright. Yeah, I think it's better to leave it back. Then we flip. Zydhorse Proving Ground, and then find Witherbloom Command, okay. Witherbloom Command is not great here. Let's just main phase cycle the Proving Ground. I'll leave up double blue. Okay. Alright. I think I'm just gonna pass with Leak Up. We could also play Witherbloom Command to return our land. But I want to return Zydhorse Proving Ground, not just a Bloodstained Mire. So they could try to escape Woe Strider, in which case we'll just leak it. Hardcast Shriekmaw, also something we're gonna leak. That could kill, that can't kill Dark Confidant, which is the one we care more about, but I still think we want to keep the Mole Drifter around, especially when we're sort of really starting to lower our opponent's life total. Okay. So we'll hit them for 4. And now we're threatening lethal. Do we want to play Witherbloom Command to do anything? They do know about it, I think, right? No, they don't. Okay, so let's just pass then. They might not know about the 2 life, which could be relevant. If we were to play it, we would drain them for 2 and return Zydhorse Proving Ground. But I think it's fine to just pass here. And then if they just escape Woe Strider or something, we have 5 damage in the air. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I think what we actually want to do here is, in response to the trigger, bounce their thing back to their hand. Which means that we don't sacrifice a creature. So they become the Monarch, but the Custodial Lich is gone. And I think we should see a concession here. I'll admit the Mole Drifter was a very good top deck. We drew pretty well after the Mind Twist, but that's why you fill your deck with cards that are good top decks. I mean, Oracle would be great there, Glenn would be great, Scarab God would be great, Hydroid Krasis, Leovold, Ashiok. The whole point of our deck is that we have a lot of cards that are good, and we were able to draw one of them there. Okay, so playing against Mono Black, we didn't see much Reanimator stuff. We just saw like Mono Black mid-range, which is not a super common archetype. Do we want to make any changes? Rexage is not that good against what we've seen so far. They probably do have some artifacts and enchantments, but I like having card draw against decks like this, so Narset's tempting. Bitter Blossom is also kind of good, but not amazing. We could cut Oracle because it's fairly soft to removal. And I want to keep my creature count, my non-creature count higher. And then we could do this in run 40. We could go to 41 and play the Bitter Blossom too, but I don't think we really need Bitter Blossom here. Chupacabra does seem good. Suspicious Stowaway might be kind of medium. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Bitter Blossom on turn 2 than Stowaway in most games. Especially with no graveyard synergies. Okay, we'll run it like this. We significantly decreased our creature count because black has the best creature removal out of any color. Makes Narset better. Yeah, I think that's a good place to be. Alright, great hand. We can get a Watery Grave with a Bloodstained Mire and then have Counterspell available on turn 2. Okay, I don't love drawing another island there, but we do have expensive stuff in our hand, so it's not terrible. I think we'll be able to use a lot of mana in the mid-late game. Okay, Demonic Tutor here is great. If they're getting a land, so be it. We can't counter, but if they're getting a spell, which is probably more likely in this situation, we have Counterspell ready next turn. Right, let's grab that sweet, sweet Watery Grave. Okay, not a bad draw. Island go. And with Counter Magic or Counterspell plus Petty Theft, we're insulated against most stuff they could have here. Liliana of the Veil. It's probably worth a Counterspell. Could let it resolve, discard one of our cards, but no, I think I'm gonna counter. We didn't see Reanimator stuff this game, but it is possible they have some Reanimator stuff going on, and I don't want to let them just discard their thing for free, especially when, like, now that we drew an island, we could easily discard an island without it being a problem, but before we drew that, we did want all 5 lands. Pass, Shieldred, okay. That's not a problem, we'll just bounce that. Then I think I'm going to play the Krasis here. Ooh. That's probably better, actually. Our only 1-mana card is Consider, so I don't need to, like... Sometimes you want to play Island... Like, if our only 1-mana cards were green, we would play Island first, but here we'll just fire this off. Interesting. Daze or Force of Negation? Daze is a lot less good when they know about it. Slightly better if their plan is just to play Shieldred, but I think I'm going to take the Force. What I don't want is to just let them, like, Mind Twist us for, like, play land, Mind Twist us for 3, and then we can't Daze, and then we're just pretty far behind.
Alright.
There's another Shieldred, okay, Daze also would not have hit that. We're going to take, like, 2 damage here, but that's really not that relevant. I don't really get Shieldred, it seems kind of weak to me. Maybe I'm missing something. Treachery, that is awesome. Black doesn't really have good ways to deal with enchantments too. So we'll play land, Treachery, Scarab God, which is just an insanely strong turn. And then we can pass holding up Force of Negation.
Dead, yeah.
Alright, really,
Now
really winning position. I'm not going to say it's 100% over, but they need something really special here. So we'll hit them for 2. There aren't creatures in the graveyard at the moment for the Scarab God. Custody Lich. Okay, I think we let this resolve. Well, we have to let this resolve. I think we sack the Shieldred. And then we can make a copy of Shieldred with the Scarab God. And if they want to chump block with if they want to chump block with the Custodian Lich to preserve the monarchy, that's totally fine. Or they don't even get to draw a card because of Narset. Yeah, there's many, many ways in which this is over. I'm not going to do this main phase. That would get us 1 scry, but I don't think that's that relevant. Let's swing for 5. They can jump block if they want to. They don't, so we become the Monarch. Then let's play Swamp. Bitter Blossom and pass with the plan of make... Or, actually, I'll just make the Shieldred now so that they take an extra damage. Or 2 extra damage. And then if they have a kill spell for the Shieldred, or for the, for the Shieldred, they could hit us with the Custodian Lich and become the Monarch, and then we would sack the Scarab God, but we have Force of Negation to stop their kill spell, if they even have one. Plus, even if all that happened, it's still not that bad. They become the Monarch, but they can't draw an extra card because of Narset. We get the Scarab God back, we can just play it next turn. Phyrexian Metamorph. Okay, that's interesting. If they copy the Lich, then we sacrifice both creatures. Okay, that's actually pretty good. We're not... I think we're probably minorly behind now. Because we have sacrificed 2 creatures, so we do lose both of our things. If they want to draw a card, they have to kill the Narset. They probably will do that. Yep. So they're going to get to draw an extra card, but we are going to get to make a Bitter Blossom token, which right now they can't block. And we're going to get back the Scarab God. Unfortunately, we don't have enough mana for Scarab God plus Brazen Borrower.
Okay.
Let's see what we draw. Miscalc, okay.
Yeah, no, plus worse, I guess.
Alright, I think we play land and just play the Scarab God. Don't love that they're the Monarch, but this still seems fine. We have Miscalc for huge things. We have a Force of Negation for non-creature spells. If they don't do something, I think we'll probably cycle the Miscalc. But then we get to, like, if we get to untap with the Scarab God, we'll be able to take this over pretty quick. Tap one more land. Nice. So now we can create a 4/4 copy of the Grave Titan. They don't really have good attacks. Alright, so we're going to do this in response to the Scarab God trigger because we want to have a bunch of extra zombies in play. So this is going to let us scry 3 and hit them down to 6. Alright. Really smooth start. I think Mono Black is a good matchup for us. We're 1-0. I'll see you in round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2 against Arzand. We are on the play once again, and we have a great hand. We'll keep. I think I'm not going to consider here. We don't know exactly what we want, and we already have a play for next turn. Plus, we'd have to shock, and there's some benefit to holding consider from Oracle of Moldiah. So we'll just drop a nice Water Grave and play tapped and pass the turn back. The land sequencing to minimize the damage we take is kind of interesting next turn. Also probably not relevant, but I think I'm going to shock here. In general, you want to hold the pain lands as long as possible. We might not curve out, in which case we could, like if we don't have a play next turn, we could sequence the Overgrown Tomb painlessly then. But let's just shock, that's fine. Okay, playing against a deck with a bunch of islands. And some mountains. Okay, Brawl, that's interesting. I was hoping they'd play something we could kill with Reclamation Sage. But now I might just discard the Rec Sage. And I'm very happy to pass without playing a spell because that flips our stowaway. Okay, do we discard the Rec Sage? Could discard a land, but that seems a little greedy. Could discard Treachery, which is good, but it's worse against blue decks. I'm gonna get a little greedy and discard the Waterlogged Grove. Oh, wait a second. Oh, that was a bad play. I think it's... yeah, that was a bad play. I don't think we have a second blue source that we can fetch with this Bloodstained Mire, so we actually don't have counterspell available. Coalition. Okay, that's not something we would counter either way. We can Reclamation Sage that. Alright, taking one is fine. End of turn, consider. I think I'm gonna graveyard that because I want to find a second blue source. Okay, that's a good draw. Alright, we're getting max punished for discarding that Waterlogged Grove, which is probably just a bad play. But hopefully we find land here. And like all the cards in our hand are good. Okay, so I wish that I discarded the Treachery, or sorry, the Scarab God. Nope, Fine Lancer, the Treachery, and had the Waterlogged Grove, but it is what it is. We're still in a good spot because we can kill their Coalition Relic, pass, we still have Force of Negation up, and then we have the Seafaring Werewolf, which is hitting them for 2 a turn while drawing just an extra card a turn. What do we pitch to force? Probably could be the Scarab God here, since we have other win conditions. They just pass, okay. Nice, we find the island. That's key. That puts us in a very good position. I'm totally fine just playing Drago here. Repeal my werewolf. Okay. Do we just... we have a few different options. I think I'm actually going to play Oracle here. It's the most mana efficient. We can't play Suspicious Stowaway and hold up Counterspell. We still have Force of Negation available. I wouldn't have the shields totally down against the Brawl deck, but... like, we could just pass, but then we have we're not advancing the board at all. Like, we don't want to give the opponent infinite turns. Fortunately, we don't have something on top that we can play. But I still think, like, they need to do something this turn, and we have Force of Negation up, and then if they don't do something relevant this turn and get to untap with Oracle, we're going to be in a very good position. Sheldock Isle is fine, that's slow. Alright, looks like they're passing. Come on, land. Nice. Island off the top, and another island off the top, that's just great. We don't really have any good attacks. We could play Glen. Yeah, I think that's the play. We'll play this to play around Wasteland somewhat. So we'll play the Glen. If they counter, I think I will counter back. Nice, it resolves. Really, it's hard to see a way they could win now. I mean, granted, we're not pressuring them that much, but we have Oracle going, so we're getting tons of value. Soon we'll find... Oh, okay. Looks like a Shark Typhoon. Don't care about that. Do we trade the Shark with half of Glen? I don't think so. I'm not too worried about my life total here. Okay, Jace. I think that's fine as well. Now we need to decide if we want to Treachery the Jace. We can't flip their Jace if we do Treachery it. But that would just stop them from having the Jace. Interesting situation. I think I am going to Treachery the Jace. We have Glen up, so I'm not worried about this getting countered and taking away our mana.
What's that?
So that's basically just a glorified removal spell, but it's also a 0 mana removal spell. And I think I just want to have a bunch of counter spells up here when
Be
we're ahead on
careful
board.
if you
So
see
let's just
stuff
drop a
up.
suspicious stowaway into play and pass. And I think at this point I actually will offer this trade because I do want to start bringing the beats. They'll definitely block. And then hopefully we can find a way to kill this Baral effectively. I mean, we have Witherbloom Command, which is a kind of bad. I guess we're drawing this Murderous Rider. Yeah, we can probably just kill the Baral that way. Frantic Search. Okay, I'm gonna let them resolve this. The way we get punished for this is if they have something insane under Sheldock Isle. Like if they just have Emrakul under Sheldock Isle, and we can't counter it. But I'm not too worried about the Sheldock against most things. There's an Iteration. That I will counter. Iteration is great. Sneak attack. Okay. Think we need to counter that. We could. This is the most conservative line is to Force of Negation this. Yeah, I think I want to save counterspell in case they have a big creature under the Sheldock. So I'm going to Force of Negation this, pitching Hydroid Krasis. Kind of telegraphs that we have another counterspell, but I think that's fine. Alright. We'll play our land off the top. Do we just burn the removal spell on this guy? I don't think so. It lets us hit for 4 damage, but their life total is still high. So I think I'm just going to do this, hit them with 1, and just and get rid of this Daze, which I think is very unlikely to be good. Well, actually, it could be good if they use Sheldock Isle this turn, but I think I'm still going to get rid of it. Yeah. They could play around it very easily, and they know about it because they see that it's revealed. Play another land. I don't want a land on top. Oh, I guess I don't need to shuffle it yet, though. So now we'll play... Do we want to leave up double black? Yeah, I guess we will. So we played the Scarab God in the past with Counterspell available. And this Scarab God, there's actually not many creatures in graveyards right now, but we can make another Glen, which is pretty good. And they're top decking. If their top card is good and they have something good under Sheldock Isle, it could be a little bit rough, but they need a lot to go right or a lot needs to go wrong for us for that to happen. Okay, let's see what this is. Echo of Eons, interesting. Definitely something we want to counter here. If they top decked a counter spell, that would be kind of annoying. But I mean, we're still ahead on board by a lot. We would still be winning even if that resolved. Oh wait, they can just flash it back, but still, we might as well make them flash it back. So we're gonna shuffle we're gonna shuffle in. Yeah, this seems totally fine. There's the Echo. We have Dismember for the Baral. And then if we untap, we have tons of counter magic. Okay, I think I'm gonna kill this in response. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, they could actually definitely kill us here. They're gonna have 5 mana up with a Baral in play. Wait, what? Oh, what just happened? Did they daze the wrong thing? Ha! Okay. They dazed their own frantic search. That's kind of hilarious. It was unlikely they could win either way. I guess if they have brain freeze, they win either way. And if they don't have brain freeze in their hand, they probably lose either way. They have 4 mana. If they play sneak attack, we can't kill it, but we can put ourselves in a position where we're fine against sneak attack pretty easily. Put Cryptic into the yard. So they're going for it now. Cryptic Command's a great card at this stage of the game. So the fact that they're graveyarding that shows that they're just trying to win this turn. And they can't do it. Alright, so we're playing against some sort of blue-red storm deck. Echo of Eons is good. We definitely want Narset here. I don't think we want our own Time Spiral. Okay, what do we not want? Treachery seems kind of weak. Dismember is probably still worth it. I do like the Rex Head. Honestly, everything else looks pretty good here. But this is a matchup where I want to be a little bit more streamlined. Maybe we cut the Chupacabra. This is going a little bit lower on creature removal. They do have the 1 Baral, but I think 4 mana sorcerer speed creature removal is not really where we want to be. Lilion is also kind of weak. But the ultimate is a threat. If we see Brain Freeze, we can bring in Progenitus as an anti-mill thing. But I think for the main deck, we just run it back like this. Alright, on the draw. Good hand. If we play Overgrown Tomb, it takes us off of potentially playing Counterspell on turn 2, but I think that's fine. I guess Witherbloom Command is not that good against most of the stuff that we've seen, but like every deck has things that Witherbloom Command kills. They're pretty likely to have like a Signet on turn 2. Alright, Consider on turn 1, that's fine. Potentially the best draw in our deck, at least the draw that makes us the safest. No play. Okay, well, that does not bode well for our opponent. Alright, well, not exactly how I wanted that match to go, but we're looking good. 2-0-4-0. See you in the finals. Alright, unfortunately we lose the die roll for the finals, but we have a solid hand. I'll definitely keep this. Playing against Bum Bum. And we will lead on Zytor's Proving Ground. We do need a second blue source eventually, but there's not a huge rush on that. And again, I really like having Force of Negation. It insulates us against the most broken stuff. Like if they play turn 1 Soul Ring, we're not going to be massively behind now. These cards like Force of Will and Force of Negation scale up in power a lot based on how strong your opponent's deck is. Ooh, that was maybe the best card we could draw, especially if we're playing Force of Negation. I'm not going to force a Mox. It's kind of close. I think there's an argument for it. Oh, geez. Okay. Really hope this is a Jace or something. Lodestone Golem. Okay. That's fine. It's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Alright, land go. So, this actually brings the beats pretty hard. Yeah, maybe we should have forced a Mox given how this game is developed. Hopefully there's not a creature. Okay, yeah, we're definitely going to force this. I think we pitch Mole Drifter. Now this is kind of interesting. So I think we just take the hit here. I don't love it, but then we can go end of turn, bounce the Lodestone Golem, and untap and not have the tax so we can resolve Glen. If we bounce it now, they can just replay it. And since they only have 2 cards in hand, it's fairly likely they don't have that much more action. Chart a course. That's too bad. Yeah, I mean, this is a really strong start. Double Mox is tough to beat, especially they had double Mox, we're on the draw, and they, yeah, I mean, turn 2 Lodestone Golem on the play is scary. Bounce this. Untap. Liliana, interesting draw, but I think we still just get the Glen down. We want to be mana efficient here. We'll pass, so the Glen blocks the Mishra's Factory well. If they just slam Lodestone Golem again, then we can play Liliana and plus on the Golem, which shuts down their attacks. So just that 1-5-3 is not going to be too big of an issue this game. If they have other stuff to back it up, that could be an issue. Interesting. Okay, I'm fine with this exchange. It does mean that we can no longer kill their Lodestone with just the Glen block, but still, Liliana shrinks it enough that we can just get more time, so I think this is fine. Pass. We draw a Swamp. Okay. Let's play Lily. We're going to shrink this down to a 3-2. So it can swing through our Glen this turn, but it cannot kill our Liliana this turn. I don't think I'm going to attack. I don't see much value in hitting for 1 here. Alright, so well, actually, we could jump block here. No, let's not jump block this turn. So the argument for chump blocking is that we can then minus Liliana, bring back the Glen, and have multiple ways, like multiple blocks on it still. But we can still do that next turn. This way, if they play something, a not scary non-creature this turn, we have Glen available. So it's good against them having drawn anything. If they draw nothing, I think we can still win. Okay, Metalworker is fine. But next turn we can just chump block with the Glen, and then still do the same thing the turn after. Oracle of Moldiah, that's interesting. I think we play that. Yeah, we can... I will play 1 land here. If we have 2 lands in a row on top, it's kind of awkward. But, like, we just won't get as much value, but I want to be able to play around them having a counterspell. Okay, we have a counterspell of our own on top. That's not ideal. So let's plus here. Pass turn. And I think I will just... Well, yeah, we'll see how they attack. If they send both at Lily, we could just let Liliana die and trade with and eat the Metalworker. We could also trade Oracle with Lodestone Golem if they don't send the Metalworker. Okay, yeah, that's their play. Let's just accept this trade. And now our mana's a bit less taxed. We still have a Planeswalker on board. We have Glen, counterspell on top. I think this is a key turn, but they do nothing. Okay, so now we're in a very, very good spot. So let's shrink this. I actually think I'm not going to play Dark Confidant. I don't think we need extra cards here, and I don't want to just randomly die to flipping like too many expensive things. Although I guess, you know what? No, we should play the Bob because we can kill our own Bob with Liliana if we need to. And either way, we're not going to be able to hold up Counterspell plus Brazen Borrower because we're constrained on blue mana. Alright, well after a scary start of the turn 2 Lodestone, I think we've stabilized a bit. Consecrated Sphinx. Good thing we have this counterspell. Wow, that's a scary one. I'm not going to crack this Waterlogged Grove. I want my mana. Dark Confidant Oracle is kind of funny. It's kind of bad. Oh, jeez. Okay, that is exactly what we didn't want. Oh, man. Back-to-back 5 drops on top. Okay, let's steal their Metalwork. Oh, no, that's just not worth it. I'm going to attack with both. And I want them to block the Dark Confidant with Metalworker. They don't. Good attack. Good no block. Do we have any more 5 drops in our deck? We just drew Treachery and... Yeah, we have 1 Muldrifter and Time Warp. Okay, I don't think I want to roll those dice. Man, that's really unfortunate that we just drew that. No, I actually am gonna. Well, no, let's not treacherous. Let's not get too carried away. We're just gonna kill our own Dark Confidant, and then play the Scarab God so that we have a quick clock, and pass with Glen up. And the Scarab God can make a 4/4 Consecrated Sphinx and a 4/4 Oracle of Moldiah, so we can really close out the game pretty fast. All right, they pass. So we're gonna make a. I think we're actually making Oracle before we make Consecrated Sphinx. I don't really care about hard draw here. I just want to hit land drops. Okay, we have Water Grave on top. I think I'm just gonna leave this on top. Right. Plus here. Tapped Watery Grave. Smash. I'm gonna leave back the Glen to not die to Shark Typhoon. That's one of the relatively few cards that would get us here. We pass, still holding up Glen. They don't have a plane of turn, and now they're dead very quickly. In fact, they should. Oh, okay, they're tapping their Metalworker. There's pretty much no artifacts that we care about here. Yeah, Blightsteel Colossus just doesn't do anything. It might if we didn't have the Treachery, I guess. Although I still think we could beat it, but with the Treachery, we're good. So we have Dismember on top. I guess I'll bottom that. Land. 5 mana, Treachery your thing, and then they're dead on board. And we can even beat Force of Will.
Basically, we're transitioning to the game where it makes sense some Sylvan's site. But I don't. Yeah, that's too shitty. Please. This is basically where home. It's like, so I can get them. Imagine it's 3, 4, 5, 6. Ideally, what I get is it's not. It's not bad to be drunk. Even. Offense. So. Yeah, it's just gonna keep stacking. Zelda. It's not quite good. No. I think that's like should have the master spell. Should probably have the Tabula Rasa, but I don't. Tabula Rasa is really difficult to use. Well, better than the person who runs to their entire death every. Okay, and then I heal all. So, does this count as a heal? And if I do, 3 needs some love. Okay, so 3. Okay. They're supposed to be defensive, right? First of all, let's find something. What's that? There's 0 skills there. But I think it's pretty important. I have at least one. We just search skills. Sure. Hmm. Read. these is wolfish nuts. I don't really want the ball. They're fine, that's for sure. I don't want them flanking. I'm not sure I want it now. That one's nice. Keep that. That one. And the numbers. It's not that. Or. So it made sense. I'm gonna leave a few slots open. I think it's I like this. I think it's I like this. I feel like I'm just pass it repeatedly. News. Don't draw on it. Oh, I have a bed. What? Is it? Read. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna try that now. Let's see the version. That's better. That's that want some stuff. It was down. But I hit on these. It can be real. No, I would not. No. Greater okay. We'll be about 16. This expected prophecies at the time. This is what the name wants. Fortune tellings. Yep. So this expected prophecy can probably go. Well, what is there? There's shit. Let's get this instead. Up and burn it. I don't like the friends. I do need a full cup of these. Does that. Yeah. Yeah. Did nothing. There. Right to last. certain. I would think that this is a long and chest. And then with them. Accept the challenge. Please slow. Speed up all defensive strategy. Shape there. Yeah. Safe as it now. And full in 10 minutes. Sledge. Set face wall. Okay. They actually have to. That's so. Let's try. And it's many. I feel like they're the big one. Maybe? We just pop this bad boy and start leaning in. That was a waste. What's the fuck? So we corner the battle chat. Grab some stuff. Ooh. Money. Let's be sure. Say here to that. Well, fuck this. What the hell? Yeah. Not with them. Yeah. As if that's not just general, not because enemies instead. What your phone is full. Okay, well. What's sounded and if that itself and then was it first. Through the donut. Woo. Woo. I'm gonna kill off 116 today. Such freaking problems. And this stuff. And nice. That as well. And sending down. Carbon instead. Got it. Energy buddy. Again, yo, everybody. It's popped up. Gotta be fighting for my wife. Wet. Oh. Bounce. I will stay like just look. Once. That's say can't be still. Well, right. Registered to kill. Energy. Seal up the party. And I don't know. Pretty cool. My apparel is great. Oh my god, it happened. It's so insane. Let him. So, the vision one is so okay. So, Armageddon. Just think. So, sounds better have good. Slide state. Religion. Yeah. Action strategies. Okay. Right. Pretty good. Slow. I don't really want to feel one where out of them. Yes. Please. Okay. What? Wait. Oh, I guess it's it. Still the master still. That was one. Nice. Good. Send it. Let's make the next one. Nope. Did I dig that? Okay. Center. Yeah, that's still where I stand. Maybe. It's that. Let's wobble a little. Yo, what the heck? I just can't. Okay. That's it. Gotta see someone from this better the ones. Someone is dead. What? What is that? That did not get thrown. Still. Unfortunately, until I went. Well, still needs a boldness in there. We walk them in minutes. It's pretty spinning. Oh no. What? Even if forward with that is 0 damage. Stand. Reasonable stand. Mm. Wait. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I did meditate and stretch. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's gonna involve mostly staying up all night. Yeah, but yes, I do see that. Yeah, this game is almost it. What? Did, did somebody use all the toilet? If I wanna what? Got a baby? Oh no, I do not. Thank you. What's the big idea with toilet paper? There is or was? Oh. Oh. The back. Twitter. Yeah. Huh? You bet. You bet. You say, can I borrow you borrow that? Can you borrow my bed if it's not being used? Yes. As it is not being used, that's no problem. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and play it soon. The portal. Oh my god, the ring is dead. I think it's time. It's time for rest. Alright.